Okay, thank you, Mike. I apologize to anyone in the public that we delayed this evening. We had some facilities issues, but tonight is a regular meeting of the Pascack Valley Regional High School District Board of Education. Today is June 20th, 2023. We did have an executive session, but we are now going to entertain a motion to resume the regular public meeting. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second? Any objection? Okay, we are in regular session. I would like to ask you to join me in a salute to the flag, and it's in the back left corner from my location. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Yes, can you once again call the roll?
Mr. Blundo.
Here.
Mrs. Varghese. Here. Dr. Blundy. Ms. Calderon.
Here.
Mr. Luisi. Mrs. Martin. Here. Mr. Stankus.
Here.
Ms. Stephens. Mr. Weaver.
Okay, thank you. Adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by mailing copies of said notice to the record, filing copies of said notice with the municipal clerks of Hillsdale, Montvale, Rivervale, and Woodcliff Lake, and publishing said notice in the record on August 15th, 2022. Our first agenda item is that we have minutes for approval from June 5th. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second? Any discussion? Roll call.
Ms. Calderon.
Yes.
Mrs. Martin.
Yes.
Mr. Stankus.
Yes.
Mrs. Varghese.
Yes.
Mr. Blundo.
Yes. At this point, we will open to the public for any agenda items only. Those that are wishing to address the board will be given 3 minutes to do so, which is in accordance with our policy. We'd ask you to state your name, the town that you're from, and which agenda item you're speaking of today. Is there any member of the public wishing to address the board on those topics? Councilman.
Hoping to ask for your indulgence. I have another meeting to go to. It's not an agenda item. I just want to thank you all for your time this year at the end of the school year, for your personal sacrifices. You know, you don't get compensated monetarily, but I'd like to believe that there are other intrinsic ways that you get compensated. But I appreciate everything you do on behalf of the borough. I'd like to extend that thanks too.
Thank you, Councilman.
Thank you. Yep.
And I want to thank you, as I do every year when we do this, because you're the only representative of the four towns that shows up with any regularity, and frankly, at all. It's nice to be to interact, and Councilman and I will talk when we need to, which is just great. And I wish we could have that relationship with the other towns. I've tried. Okay. So we do have a couple of, any other members of the public? Seeing no hands, we'll close to the public. There will be a second open to the public in a bit. We have some student recognition, and the first is for the Pascack Hills baseball team. And they're not here, but we're going to read the recognition. Whereas the Pascack Hills High School baseball team won the Group 2 state championship and Bergen County Small School Team of the Year. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Pascack Valley Regional High School District Board of Education recognize and commend the Pascack Hills High School baseball team and their coaches for their outstanding achievement. Do we have names that we're reading? No, we're not going to read the name. Okay. We have first team All Bergen County tennis doubles, whereas Jake Polsky, a sophomore at Pascack Hills, and Ari Hirschfield, a junior at Pascack Hills High School, were selected to the first team All Bergen County tennis doubles. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Pascack Valley Regional High School District Board of Ed recognize and commend Jake and Ari for their outstanding achievement. And I believe Ari is with us tonight. Come on up, Ari. Someone want to take a picture? We usually have. Oh, she's got Jill doing it. She's ahead of me. She always is. Congratulations, Ari. Good job. I went to high school with your coach. I don't know how you overcame his lack of. No, he's a great guy. Eric's a great guy. He's not as good of a golfer as he is a tennis player, though. He does love it. That's for sure. We have 3 policy items. Is there a motion? Second?
Second.
Any discussion? Any discussion on the policy? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Ms. Calderon.
Yes.
Mrs. Martin. Mr. Stankus.
Yes.
Mrs. Varghese.
Yes.
Mr. Blendo.
Yes. Very good. We have education items. It is now 10 items, as there was a supplemental, if anybody did not see that or has questions on that. But can we get a motion for the 10 consent agenda items under education?
So moved.
Any discussion? Roll call?
Ms. Calderon.
Yes.
Mrs. Martin. Yes. Mr. Stankus.
Yes.
Mrs. Varghese.
Yes.
Mr. Blendo.
Yes. So for human resources, it looks like we have 23 consent agenda items. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. Calderon.
Yes.
Mrs. Martin. Yes. Mr. Stankus.
Yes.
Mrs. Varghese.
Yes.
Mr. Blendo.
Yes. Okay. Finance, there are 23 items, 1 through 23, all passed. Finance, we have 20 items for consent agenda. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. Calderon.
Yes.
Mrs. Martin. Yes. Mr. Stankus.
Yes.
Mrs. Varghese.
Yes.
Mr. Blendo.
Yes. Okay. I think we're on old business, right?
Yes.
Old business, do we have a suspension report it's listing? Okay. So anybody have any questions on the suspension report? I will just add, all of the Pascack Valley representatives, Pascack Valley High School, were at the graduation, and I know Elizabeth was at the Hills graduation. And, fantastic job by the staff. Congratulations to the students. Thank you to the weather for being just a wonderful night. And congratulations and good luck to the classes of 2023. Any other old business? Any new business? Okay. We are opening again to the public for any topic at all. Again, 3 minutes. Please state your name and town of residence. Is there any member of the public that would like to speak? This will be the last opportunity, so yes.
My name is Stephanie Huang, and just wanted to,
Just town of residence, please.
Woodcliff Lake.
Thank you.
There has been some discussion of, since May 9th, 2023, of an exploratory cannabis committee that the Woodcliff Council has formed. And I just wanted to know if you were aware or if you had any comments on that from the Board of Ed.
We are aware, and we appreciate you bringing it to our attention in case we weren't. I believe, Sarah, we can ask that you attend the meetings that are public, and I don't know if they could possibly consider appointing you to any groups they have. We can ask the mayor to do that, Elizabeth, if you don't mind. The board has not discussed this as a board yet. I believe, and anybody can correct me if I'm wrong, our only role here would be to maybe monitor it with having Sarah participate. could possibly pass a resolution, which is really non-binding, but just to lend our voice to whatever position the board wants to take, whether it be pro or against such a legislation in that town or in any of the towns in the valley.
That's it.
That's it. Thank you. Thank you for bringing it to our attention. So, Sarah, you'll reach out. I think you said you either did or you're going to reach out to the mayor
I can reach out to the mayor, yeah.
and see if we can stay abreast of what's going on. And, if there are committees and they're willing to have a representative, either yourself or one of the Woodcliff Lake, there are two still. Kelly's still with us. One of the members to participate.
We can coordinate that, thank you.
Okay. There's no other members of the public, so we will close to the public. And we'll entertain a motion. Up, Jim?
No.
Oh,
Go for the
entertain. I thought, went too quick. We'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any objection? We're adjourned. Thank you.